Good evening. Hello, Martin on stream. All the other ladies and gentlemen there. Welcome, welcome. And I've got Uncle John with me. See, the other guys have opted to stay in the room at the top, but we're going to make the best of
Good,
this one. Hello,
good evening, all.
hello, Uncle John. Right. So we are in Kenya at Jomo Kenyatta International, and we're going to fly down to Lilongwe in Malawi. All African story still. We need to finish this African tour quickly. So yeah, enjoy the ride with us, and you know what to do. Just go for it. Enjoy yourself. Ah, shame, Martin. No, I can imagine. Can imagine. It's not nice not flying for a while. So I'm just gonna quickly continue the rest. I've done all the paperwork and all that just to get the aircraft ready to go. Hello, Peter. Welcome. My son's playing his games here next to me again. So if you hear a lot of shouting, it's not me murdering him. Okay, it's just him and his game. Just FYI. Righto. I don't think we need ground power. No, we've got. Are you still in the air with your flight, Uncle John?
Yes, sir.
I hope you guys had a good week. For us, the week is over, so it's Friday evening already, and I'm not sure where all of you guys are from, but I hope you guys have a good Friday and then a good weekend. Right, 380. Okay. Right, we're gonna have to step climb that one, if possible. Right, 360. Hello, Carl. Welcome, welcome. Negative, sir. This is me doing the Skymatix tour. I've got 3 legs left in this one, and then it's also done.
Trim up.
Yeah. Hello, Pepka. Welcome. Yeah. Good timing.
Anako.
Yes, Carl. Welcome to Discord as well.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
Time and the day off, I'd pop in and say hello.
Excellent, excellent.
I went and got the scenery
Before
for the
start
last 3
procedure
legs,
completed.
47, 48, actually
Uh,
4, 9 and 50, and no, that's awesome freeware scenery.
oh yes, oh, yes.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Martin, you're not the only one. Everyone wants this one.
Isn't that the one you get for the VA?
No, this is the polished one with the silver.
Oh,
Yeah. This is a remake. I gave the old one to George Walker, and he basically remade it because the previous one, when you switched your ice lights on, uh, okay, sorry, Jorge. So when you switch the ice lights on
So connected,
at
flight
night,
path
it,
been
it
inserted.
was not
Release parking
reflecting
brake.
at all. You couldn't see that there was a light on the wing and the cowling here. So George actually fixed it up for me and made it able and possible to see the light as it should be.
made it work properly. Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
If someone were to, I don't know, find $100 and that just happened to find its way to you, the
Uh-huh.
livery still not be for sale. Is that correct?
For $100, I think we can negotiate. Martin on stream also wants it. Ah, everybody who sees it wants it. It's very popular.
Any of the polished liveries look good. The
Yeah.
old American Airlines, when they had that polished up, that looked good.
Yeah. Definitely.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Start number 2 engine.
It's a bit special, isn't it, Carl?
Yeah.
Starting number 2 engine.
Yeah, I think it is.
It is. It absolutely is. It used to be impressive to me, especially again with like seeing American, where you could see anything from the big, DC-10s all the way down, through the A300s and the MD-80s. They're flying all around with that same big shiny livery.
Martin says he's only prepared to pay €50. He's not prepared to pay 100.
Oh, there you go.
25
Not
and 2.
negotiable.
Yeah, generally the bribes are negotiated up, not down, but that's at least my experience anyway.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Especially here in Africa. And
Yeah,
with every cousin and uncle and auntie that you put into the deal, you put the extra 10%.
of course. That's how you get like 4,000% markup.
Yeah. Um, I used to have a customer that used to build these
Starter cutout.
low income housing sections, and he told me the state would give him, or the contract would read 30,000 rand per home, but by the time he gets his cut, it's like 11,000. The rest is all gone to this cousin and that cousin and this guy and that guy, because none of the guys who actually get the contract know how to build. They just haven't got a clue. So then they go ask the next guy, and he wants 10% to ask the next guy. You know how it works. It's crazy. And he used to say how difficult it was when he used to build like that, because what must you do with 11,000 rand? So you literally get 4 walls and a floor and a roof, and that's it. And the state,
Yep.
with all the hands in the pie, they run away with all the money. It's crazy.
Operation complete.
Yep. It's
Set
amazing.
point
It's just the same with Uncle John will tell you. Same with council houses there in the UK.
Yeah.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
No, the corruption is unbelievable. Run a competition for this livery year and give away, have a giveaway flight. Yeah, we'll have an auction. The guy who puts most money in can have it. That's the competition.
The ultimate pay to play.
Yeah. Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine.
Oh, it's disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
N2.
I was flying one time on a CH-47, and the student co-pilot, she was not yet qualified in the aircraft, riding right seat, learning, and I told her to trim herself, and the guy listening thought I was talking about something completely different.
Oh, I can imagine.
I said, no, the aircraft. We don't talk that way because you'll get in big trouble. He was from a whole different country. He didn't know,
Engine start
like in
procedure
modern, U.S. military, anything that resembles anything inappropriate, people will, freak out
Yeah.
about.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what's funny? Between our language and Dutch and Flemish, I mean, there is a difference, but there are certain words that we think is vulgar that they use, and they've got words, or we've got words they don't like, they've got words we don't like, and
Right.
it's got, I can see if you look at the root of the word and where it comes from, how it could be misconstrued both sides. But it's funny, you just have to be conscious about it when you deal with a Dutch guy, that you don't say the wrong thing. And it's so funny when they say the wrong thing and we go, ha ha ha, we crack ourselves for what they said. But in South Africa, for instance, one example is, if you call a girl, I'm not going to use the word online because it's South Africa. I'm sitting in South Africa. But to talk about a girl, that word in South Africa is considered super racist by the black people. You can't use that word. They'll kill you. Yes, no. But in
Yep.
in Holland, that's what the word. That's just the language. And unless you know the difference, I mean, you can really get yourself in the dwang.
That's like here in the States, you say, hey, boy. If you say, like, hey, boy, I mean, obviously that's meant to be an insult, but if you say, hey, how you boys doing today?
Yeah.
You don't mean anything by it, but if you say that in the wrong crowd, it'll
Yeah.
easily be taken, incorrectly.
Exactly. And then you have Twitch. We're on YouTube now. Just had to quickly think about that. On Twitch, George Airport, the ICAO code is FAGG. They don't allow me to broadcast that. I can't.
Wow.
No, it comes up immediately. Red flags. Whoosh, you can't use that word. Nah. So anyway, it's funny how things differ between cultures and continents. Right now, I'm not going to use that map. We can just go straight here. Your life's full of surprises, man, I tell you. Hello, Peter. I think I'm done. Yeah, we've talked so much, I didn't consider it, and I think I might have mispressed the flaps there. Might need another notch. Okay, I think we are disconnected. Yes, everything's right. So, let's go.
Flaps 5 set.
Hello, Peter. Welcome to the stream. Peter DH has joined us here on YouTube. Nico?
Yeah, I see that. Hello. I said hello, Peter, earlier.
Yeah.
He
just said hello. I was making sure that his hello was roundly acknowledged by everybody.
Exactly. All my honored guests. We don't have a long taxi today. We're literally almost at the runway. I'm not going to go down this right-hand taxiway. I'm just going to go past it because it brings us to exactly the same place. Okay, continue straight on. Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure.
Ah, you're welcome.
Before takeoff procedure completed.
Thank you, Linda. See, here's that right-hand taxiway just coming out. It's just like a little turn circle thingy. Oh yeah, no, you get super lazy. My biggest thing that I forget when I fly alone when Linda isn't here is to do the lights.
Approaching 06.
It's interesting you say that, Martin. I can see how someone would have that
On
perspective,
runway
but if you look at it
06.
and how the crew resource management works, it's less about being lazy and more about having the backup to take that workload off of you so you can do what it is you're doing.
Yeah, yeah. It's true. But speaking as a flight simmer, I understand exactly where he comes from. Because
Yeah, because the flight sim, it's a sense of urgency is all different, and you don't have the same stress and workload.
yeah. Right, let's go.
Stabilized.
What? No toga, why is that?
Takeoff thrust set.
Also, if you look at most boldface items on a checklist, those are usually written in blood, so it's nice to have someone backing you up on those things.
Yeah.
80 knots. Throttle hold.
Did she take off on a flex tip? Is that what happened?
I did. It is derated, but that's not supposed to prevent me from pressing toga. Toga is just literally, there we go, now it's working. Don't know why I didn't want to earlier before, don't know.
Yeah,
Rotate.
weird. You think it was a bug?
It's not a normal
Positive
bug,
rate.
and I did reload the aircraft before starting to configure it, so I'm not sure where that comes from now. One of the scripts must have decided not to work again. Gear up.
Gear up.
See, Cole, I mean, I'm very privileged. I know a lot of things, and I share a lot of things with Zibo and vice versa. But I also don't know every exact thing that he changes. He does not specify, even to us, every exact
Runway
thing that he
turn off, lights
changes.
off.
Okay, and then what happens is I have to ask him. So this will typically be now a question that I will send to him and say, but why did I not have it? So the first thing I'll do, obviously, is I'm going to go back and I'm going to check my stream because I could have made a mess somewhere. Okay, I'm not sure whether my VNAV was armed before I started the takeoff run. That is definitely something that I need to check because I don't want to go to Zibo and then look like a fool again. He said, no, you didn't have VNAV checked or whatever. So I'll run through all the checks, and then if I'm not satisfied, I'll ask him, did you enhance the code again? Because he's done it like 500 times with me already, you know, where I expect something as a flight simmer, and he says, no, but that's not how it works in the real plane. I've made it now to work in the real plane. So then I have to get more education. So it's all part of the
Flaps
fun.
1 set.
Oh yeah, I understand. Get your house in order before you start asking him questions. So yeah.
Yeah.
And he's so thorough.
Yeah.
If he documented, I think everything he changed, his change log would be like the Old Testament. It'd be that long.
Yeah.
And set.
Yeah, I see some of those changes that he makes. It's those logs.
Approaching
Yeah.
transition.
What he
He's
puts
so
in,
awesome though, with his level of excellence. It's just
Yeah.
not funny.
Yeah. What he puts in the README file is the highlights. He doesn't specify
Right.
everything. When I feel it's right, I actually copy and paste, the additional stuff. But I also don't do it always because a lot of it actually just confuses the simmers again. And I ask myself, do I really
Transition
need
altitude.
to have this in my life? And then I just leave it.
Yeah, I think there's a law of diminishing returns where you want to provide value, but yet you don't want to overwhelm, with
Exactly.
information.
Level
So,
off.
yeah.
Exactly what I mean. Now, truth be told, in hindsight now, you see, this is how my brain works, because now I'm sitting here analyzing everything. You don't need to have VNAV selected before you press TOGA, because in a lot of instances, you don't want VNAV. You want level change to do your takeoff for you. So the question still remains, why did TOGA not work, and why did it only kick in after XYZ was the speed? You understand? Did he bring in a limitation? What causes that? I don't know. See, it's intriguing.
Yep, I understand.
Hello, Giovanni. Good morning to you, sir. You left the stream yesterday. I still wanted to tell you something. I actually did one half of that flight from Baltimore to Myrtle Beach, and I did it in the exec 737-300, Giovanni. That is an awesome flight. That was really cool. You know what's funny? I just sit here and think out loud now. I went through all the trouble of making the orthos for these areas. You can see there's orthos. And now I'm flying at night. Very bright, eh? Yeah, well, I'm glad you showed me that flight, because I think for the hour and 10, 15 minutes it takes to fly one way, that's a very worthwhile flight to do, eh? Excellent. Sounds good. Hope you enjoy that getaway. Aha. Yeah, beautiful autos. Oh, it's so crazy. I'll have to fly these routes one day again. We now literally have so many thousands of routes in our VA. You can fly to your heart's content any which way you want.
There's more in there, Nico, that needs uploading. I put one in this afternoon for somebody.
Okay, I'll try and upload them this weekend then, sir.
Thank you.
Three 3,923 routes are already uploaded. Why do you want to do that, Martin? I'm gonna turn around if I do it right now. I first have to quickly set my heading. Naughty. There you go. How's it, William? See you've joined us here in Discord. Welcome.
You know, I got truly stuffed last night.
I'm looking at that flight list. There's quite a few. Shouldn't take too long to just fix them up. Check this, check this. Let me just get to the right place. Go in front. Check how nice this looks. No man, that's not my description on YouTube, supposed to be. That's how I see it, Nairobi to Lilongwe, there you go. That's my description. That's weird, man, very weird. And if you look at the live stream, there, also you can see that's what I'm putting out. So I'm not sure if you need to press Control F5 maybe, I don't know. Let's see in the description. Oh yeah, that is old. That can be changed. Save. So if you press Control F5 now, you should see the fixum upper. Ooh, look at that. Now it's changed. How's that possible? Huh? Oh! Let's quickly go. No, that's a YouTube. This must be a YouTube mistake. I did not put that in there. You can clearly see that's what my intention was. Take that. Copy. Paste. Save. I bet it wasn't you. No, this is strange. This is weird, man. Anyway, thanks for telling me. I wouldn't have known if you didn't say anything. Thanks, guys. I don't know what happened there. That was not my intention. Very weird, very strange.
Have you noticed you've got your safety cards in the back of the seats as well, Nico?
Yes, yeah. I saw we've got very nifty. Where is it? I did see them before. There we go. Yeah, there we go. At the bottom. Yes, Peter, I like it. It's really nice.
I'm assuming you still haven't asked Nico, Zibo about the strobes.
No, man. I need to ask him about the strobes. I need to tell him about this standby altimeter issue that we picked up. And what was the other thing? I promised someone else to ask him something. There's one or two other things.
Whiteboard, Nico, whiteboard.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Zibo I had to ask, it was Yeri. Another guy asked me if Yeri can fix this. You see that black image there where the yaw damper is supposed to go? He says his aircraft does not have that black patch, it's just the normal background, you know, like there next to it. So he doesn't like that, so he wanted me to ask Yeri if he can take that black patch out.
Okay.
1000 to level off.
Thank you, Linda. I see maximum is still 380, so I don't want to climb too quickly. We'll burn a little bit more fuel when we get a decent buffer there. We'll climb to 380 if there is enough time. Yeah, there should be a good couple of nautical miles left there.
3 minutes after the descent.
Okay.
I feel so alive now.
Good to hear that, Linda. Thank you, Martin. Appreciate it, sir. Much appreciated. Okay, so while we're sitting here, let me show you guys what I am doing behind the scenes now, so you guys can appreciate it. This is PFPX, and this is the homework that Uncle John has given me. So I need to find alternate airports for those ones that don't have. He's already done the routing and everything, and once I've got the alternates, I actually want to add a few flights myself. Then we'll do an import into the VA and we can go enjoy them as well. So first one, LHGG. We're going to. That's a bit of a short flight. Anyway, could be spectacular. Woo, Martin, thank you so much. You are generous tonight. Thank you so much. Alright, so right now I'm just laying the groundwork, the foundation of it. All alternates we're going to say none. And we're going to go to edit. You know what, we don't even have to do this. I'm going a bit too far now. Hold on. We already have the route, so now we can just see which one do we want to use as an alternate. LOWS, I think, because it's almost in a straight line. We will use LOWS in that one. LOWS. Uncle John,
Yes, sir.
did you check if there are return flights for these flights? Because I see these are all one-way flights.
Because that's for the European tour.
Okay, is that how it works? Okay.
Right, got a couple of questions on those routes, John, but talk to you afterwards.
Hello, Mac. Usually, Billund. Thanks, Martin. Hello, Maiko. NTO. And how are you doing, Mac?
Yeah, well, I woke up just before you started streaming, was quietly lurking in the bedroom.
Okay.
Then John mentioned about routes to upload, so I thought, I'd better go and make some coffee and come and show my face.
Okay.
Myself and Dimitri and Paul were involved in a flight from Edinburgh to Vega last night.
Okay.
And I realised there wasn't any routes in the BA, so I added those two in.
Okay.
Either way, somebody...
Martin, I'll answer you just now. Yes, Mac?
No, it's alright, I'm just looking for just confirming my information. Right, John.
Yes, sir.
That EGPE to EIDW, there's already a route in the database. Now, are you intending this to be in a tour route?
Mac, I'm on descent at the moment. I haven't. For me to. Can you write it down? Talk to me once I've landed.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
We may have to add another column into this user request flights business, Nico.
I don't want to overcomplicate it. Let's talk afterwards, Mac.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to overcomplicate it because if Uncle John didn't tell us that this was part of the tour, I would have just imported them as ordinary flights. But if it is a tour, we need to import it as a tour.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking we may need a column to say T or something, tour or something.
Yeah, that's why I left a space in between for that block.
Okay.
I left a space from the top one through to the 15, and then a space again for the one I put this afternoon.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Ah, but I added 2 in there and I didn't leave a space, John.
I would appreciate if you would put it as a space, please. After the
Well,
15.
I didn't know there was meant to be a space there.
Okay. Which
No,
ones? Which
Well,
ones, Mac?
The last 2 I put in EG, PhD, KVG.
Okay, there you go. Split.
Yeah.
Okay, but that KMM to KATL is also definitely not part of a European tour anyway. So
No, yeah.
that one. Okay, alright, we'll attend to it. Okay, so let me answer Martin. Okay. Martin, PFPX used to be the bee's knees. Currently, PFPX is no longer supported as far as I know. They're definitely not upgrading it. It's got issues, and it was fun and games while it lasted. At this point in time, the only reason I will ever open it is to do the work that I've just done, is to actually just see which airports are in the vicinity to go grab the alternate. In terms of everything else in my life, everything we do, including our VA website, runs off SimBrief. You know, so the other thing that I do use that you might be familiar with or not, I'll show you quickly. Let's quickly go find that flight planning. Is Route Finder. Now, I bought a subscription for Route Finder. So when I go into my flight planner and I create a route, I can literally either request a route and they will go and build it for me, or we can search the database. And the reason you want to do that is the routes in here are all Eurocontrol verified. Okay, so the routes that you get here is unlike the SimBrief routes that can be made either by an idiot or a 16-year-old or an 80-year-old, you know, that might or might not know anything about flight planning. These routes are Eurocontrol validated. You see there, it says no errors. And this is why I've got the subscription for this, because when you seriously fly the way we do, you don't want to eat a snack somewhere, so you want a proper Eurocontrol verified route, and that's it. That's how we do it. So
Before you confuse everybody, that is purely for European routes, mind you.
Well, that's why I keep on saying European. Okay. They do have other routes, and they obviously, you can create your own route. You can just say clear the route and then generate a route. Okay, so the system will go find a route for you, but if you validate it, it might not pass the Eurocontrol validation. So typically the flight simmers just click generate the route and they go fly it. You understand? But the difference now is if we actually click there, now I can now use that route, and when I validate it, it actually passes Eurocontrol requirements. Okay, so in the States, they've got lots of routes in the States as well, but it's obviously not verified. It's just a route. Same with the rest of the world, really. In South Africa, wherever, it doesn't matter where you make these routes, it's not verified. So the claim to fame and the reason I bought into this is specifically for the European flights that we do. It's easy as that.
Yet another example of the expense that you go into to enable that sim to be able to use the system.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do something, do it right, you know. Not everybody's got the opportunity though, and I understand budgets and all these things. But while I'm able, I'm definitely gonna go the extra mile. Hello Kent, that's awesome. Yeah, I've used it extensively for the US. I prefer, I go to Flight Aware first so that I grab the actual real world flight. But I tell you what, with this pandemic story, some of those flights are wonky, man. And I mean, I can check, they fly it for real, but it's like, you know, why? I don't know, it's weird. You're welcome, Martin. Exactly, Kent. Exactly, yeah. And then, I mean, at the end of the day, if you still don't get a route, it's easy enough to put in your departure, your arrival, and you click on auto route. Let me show you. Yes, auto route in your Navigraph. If you click auto route, this thing is also very accurate, but again, it's not Euro control verified if you do it in Europe, but at least you can get a flyable route, you know, so that's another way of doing it. Hey, Bobino, welcome, welcome.
I could murder a cup of coffee.
Why would you want to murder a cup of
Would
coffee,
you care
Uncle
for
John?
one?
Yeah, she keeps offering me one, but I'm too busy, I've told her.
But it sounds like she's saying she could murder a cup of coffee. That's what I'm worried about. What does she want to kill it for?
That's a British term.
Oh, okay.
Endearment.
Okay. It's like me saying I can drink a hamburger when I'm really hungry.
Well,
But there again, have you ever tried to fight a live cup of coffee, Nico?
No. What do you mean?
Well, a live cup of coffee has a habit of trying to jump out the cup and spill itself everywhere. So if you murder it and it's dead, at least it's more stable.
Okay, now I've heard it all.
And now you know, folks, why everybody who comes anywhere near to me ends up in the asylum.
Hey,
And that was
Ricardo.
very diplomatic of you not to say anything, John.
trust me, Mac, I was tempted.
Kent, you can say that again. Yup. What a woman. Thank you for subscribing, Ricardo. Welcome to this crazy family. Right, well, it seems we've still got quite a way to go. What does it mean when ACARS says to you, error sending PIREP, update, retrying PIREP has been cancelled, updates are not allowed? What the hell happened there? Ever see that, Mac?
Well, this is something that I think is. Who's got that?
Me.
You have.
Yeah, let me show you. There. I'm looking on the live map and I just saw myself all of a sudden I'm not there. You know, not on the map. So I go check.
Maybe it's because somebody's just pushed an update.
Mako, yeah. Mako. Now I need to fly this flight again. Oh well, we'll do it tomorrow
No,
morning then.
hang on.
Hmm?
Blocks off time. What's it say?
Yeah. 15:46, 15:54 it started giving hassle.
Right. If you look in the VA chat room,
Mm.
1722, Mako has just, well, 1722 my time, Mako's just posted there was a second fix pushed in the prod server.
Okay. Alright, that makes sense. But just means I'm gonna have to fly this.
Yeah,
flight
but it
again.
means it's going to affect everybody. There were 10 aircraft in the air not long ago.
Now there's 6. Mako.
Well,
There he is, there he is. We'll put him on the red carpet later. Mr. Mako.
The earth is so beautiful.
Oh well, I might as well close it then. Not gonna help me.
well, hang on. Can you try closing that and restarting it again, Nico?
Yeah, let's do that. So then what broke it? What's the story? Yeah, I'll file a manual PIREP. I think that should be fine now.
I was just going to see if it reconnected
No.
if you restarted it.
Nope, not.
Hmm.
And all my bids are gone. Oh.
Well, that's what happens when somebody clears the cache. Yeah, all my bids are gone as well.
Tough luck.
Clearing the cache might have cleared all the sim briefs as well. Yeah, I mean, Nico and I can work round it, Krista. It just concerns me all those that were in the air at the same time. There's nobody on the air at the moment on live map, Nico. Oh, hang on, wrong side, sorry.
Now I've got 6 guys. Yes, mod. The only way to fix it is to set your altitude correctly, the barometer over here, and to set those 2 values correctly. If you are at an airfield where the density altitude is higher than 10,000 feet, you will get it by default and you can't switch it off. The only thing you can do is you can silence the horn there, that horn over there. You can press that button. It will silence it, but it is going to ring until you get the oxygen going properly. Ah, now the cat wants to come in. Let me just open the window. I'm back. She's funny. If you stand in front of the window just before where she needs to jump, she doesn't come in. So I have to move out of the way, then go back and close the window when she's in. Peter, I'll kill Linda. She's not touching my cat. Kent. Linda the lovely. Only when she wants to, man. She's a strange one, this one. You know what I haven't done, Uncle John?
Tell me.
I have not checked the parking brake command. Let's quickly do that while I'm thinking about it. Okay, so Uncle John.
Yep.
I do beg your forgiveness, but I see there is a command called parking brake on off. So that's obviously a Zibo command. So the Zibo needs to be loaded, otherwise you're not going to see it. And then there it is, parking brake on off.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Martin, it's this thing. Or it's something similar. It could be related to maybe the auto of the fasten seat belt. I'm not sure. It's one of these. It's Just something audio bird put in to run on a loop.
Thousand to level off.
Thousand to go.
I think it's 400, the vanishing Y. I need to remember where I actually saw it. Visual effects. Yes. Mine is set to 400. By default, the Zibo comes at 400. Then you have a reasonably squarish, less rectangular at least, display. Yeah, it's one of those, Martin, sorry just looking at your single ping thing. It's got it. It's probably something with the seatbelt being an auto, something like that. Yasmod, if you are using Vulkan, it is normal because the ski effect doesn't work in Vulkan, and it will cause a problem. So you need to choose the Zibo rain effect and leave it at that, or put it off. That's the only reason why it would bomb in my estimation. A while ago, a year ago at least, there was an issue that if your X-plane wasn't installed in an appropriate place, it would bomb out. The ski rain effect needs a certain path length or something. I can't remember the ins and outs, but I think you basically have to move your X-plane to a C or a D drive into the route kind of a thing to get it to work again. It's just a silly little quirky thing that happened at that time. I'm not sure if it was ever resolved or if that could also be part of the problem. Meow meow, meow meow. Guess who's back? From what I've seen, yes. I don't know. I've never seen schemas. Sorry, X and Varo. I don't own it, don't have it. So I've just seen videos of it. So it looks kind of the same. Yes, yeah, highly irritating. What I've started doing, Kent, is I actually use the desktop interface now. Number one, it gives more coverage, so it's not that bad in your face, but it can still be better because the way it's set up doesn't really make sense to block what you want to see behind it. It's, but at least on the desktop app, there's more space and I can see better. Yep, it is. It is. It's not very logical. My logical brain doesn't understand that thing. Well, I suppose they haven't had many complaints. If everybody doesn't complain about it, they're not going to know about it and they don't care. You see, and that brings us back to, how many people who actually use this program use the facilities that we do. Other guys might never see it because they don't ever use it the way we do. I don't know. Difficult one to answer that. Hi Kent, sorry, I'm talking to my wife in the background here. Yes, joysticks are hard to find mostly, especially the good ones. You can get fairly cheap joysticks all over the place, but it's not necessarily what we want. As far as I know, the Cytec ones are currently available. If you buy the yoke with um, your first throttle quadrant, I think I saw they were available the other day. But if you want to buy a honeycomb, for instance, the guys literally double or triple the price than what you are supposed to pay. I think the cheapest honeycomb yoke that I've seen here is 10 grand. You know, so it's ridiculous. You can't pay that for the thing, man. I mean, I know the exchange rate is terrible, but that's like daylight robbery.
Good evening.
Hello, Owen.
Daylight robbery.
Yeah. In South Africa, we now call it affirmative shopping.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, it's crazy, but that is what they do. That is what they do.
oh, it's good evening, gentlemen. That's a lot.
Mm.
I didn't see that. Full house.
Yeah. Hello, Paul. Nice to see you here as well.
Oh, you're live on air.
Yes.
Let's have a look. Twitch or
YouTube.
oh, you're gone already.
Mm.
I had that flight prepared.
Mm-hmm.
So how long are you flying already?
1 hour, 12 minutes.
Yeah, I need to do it with the Zibo, so I can't overhaul you, Nico.
Ja, no. Ah? Ja, alsjeblieft. Kent, I've just checked. I see the Cytec yoke is also now out of stock. So effectively, I don't think you can actually get a yoke in South Africa at this point in time. You can get joysticks, the THS new stuff, all of these things are available, but not really what you're looking for. Ooh, I touched my trim wheel with my finger. Oops.
Oh, Nico, guess what?
Tell me.
I'm not quite there. I'm already on Lilongwe.
Ah, okay, okay.
Expressions, yeah? I'm not quite there.
Mm.
I'm already on Lilongwe. That is the expression, isn't it, Nico?
I don't know. I'm not English. For me, I understand what you're trying to say to me.
Yeah,
How?
the expression is, well, I'm not quite there yet, or I'm not quite there. They
Yeah.
mean I'm not present. I'm not really present at this moment. But
Yeah, it could also mean that you were not concentrating and you're not on the same page, you know, when somebody's
okay, yeah.
talking. So, I don't know. Look, I understand what you mean.
I
Ek
was not
verstaan.
quite there,
Yeah,
but I'm already there.
you're already there. That's all that matters. Uncle John.
Yes, sir.
Guess what I'm eating?
Stop it. I haven't eaten at all today. Don't talk about food, please.
Okay.
So what is it then? Milk tart and Cook Sisters.
Sticky toffee pudding, chocolate flavor. Lekker.
I was setting it up to overhaul him, guys.
Say again, Owen?
I said I was setting it up, explain, to overhaul you
Okay. Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
with an F-35.
Hmm. Sounds nice, Christer. Oh, that was lovely. That was now proper nice pudding. Well, I've got 150 nautical miles for top of descent.
Up for the next one.
Uncle John, I think when I've landed here, I want to speak to you and Mac, like we said already. And then,
Okay.
then I want to go and sleep just because it's weekend. You know, tomorrow morning early I'll do my next flight, and you know, it's the first time I'm not pushed for that world tour thing. It's just amazing the freedom I feel, you know. Go for ice cream now. Oh, no. I'm fat enough, thank you, Christer.
Could have some boerewors.
No, we already had some Chinese stir fry already. I am now stuffed. Now it's time to relax. Peter, 9 a.m. my time, that's 700 Zulu, is the best time to do the flight if I can get up. And I will be flying from Lilongwe down to the Victoria Falls. Let me go quickly grab the flight information. Right, so it will be this one. Leg 13. There you go. So there you go. Lilongwe, FWKI to FVFA. That's the Victoria Falls airport over there. That will be tomorrow morning. If you are part of the VA, you can search that number. That is the flight number, 9501. And then just look for this one. There's going to be a couple of 9501s because it's part of a tour. But basically, just look for Lilongwe to Victoria Falls. You know what? I'm going to quickly copy that route information. I'm going to put it into the chat here. Then you don't even have to go and search for it. Give me a second. There you go. That's the route for tomorrow morning then. Oh, you're more than welcome. Guys, any of you can join us anytime. Just remember we're doing it on IVAO. One of these nice days, I think we must just for the hell of it do a VATSIM flight as well. But at this time, remember we basically hooked on IVAO.
Are you now also on IVAO, Nico?
I've always been on IVAO. I joined IVAO long before I joined VATSIM, way back I think in 2004 already. And then I left, went to VATSIM, eventually left there, now I'm back. And I mean, the kind of support these guys give us, money can't buy it. These guys are just amazing with us, even with Zibo and the Zibo developments, you know, so it's really nice.
I'm sorry, I meant, are you now, right now, this flight?
No,
no.
Nope. No, I'm flying offline.
That's a pity, then I could see my F-35 overhaul you.
Aha.
Taking off now, Nico.
Yeah, okay. I'm in stealth mode. You won't even find me, even if you wanted to.
Yeah, pity.
Yeah.
Will you use the afterburner all the way, Erwin?
Nee. Is de tank leeg?
Right, the couch is calling me. I'll see you guys later.
Okay, Dorsten.
Yeah, see you, Dorsten.
Good on standby.
Nico, VA's question from Martin in the YouTube chat.
Ah. Good one, Krister. Martin. No, it takes the Zibo data. It uses the one with 189 passengers if you select the appropriate one in the VA, or 160 passengers if you select that one in the VA. So it's using the Zibo parameters. How's it, Matthew? Matthew, I'm going to tell you what John Fly told me. So, John, if you're watching, I don't know if you can remember this, I sat down with him and asked him the same thing. Do what you love. If it's something other guys will love, then they'll obviously join you. Don't look at the numbers, because especially if you are new, you're going to get on your nerves. So forget about how many people are watching you. You just do what you do. And I think that was the two biggest things that John Fly taught me. And from there on, everything just grew, you know. You will obviously go through the excitement of watching the views on the videos increase in time and things like that. So never give up, just go for it, you know. Even if there's nobody watching or there's one guy watching, soon enough the word will spread, you know, and then you'll see, you'll start picking up viewers and things will build from there. But it's very important that you enjoy what you do. If you're going to try and put up a show where you are uncomfortable, the audience will pick it up, you know. And so basically keep it real. I think that's important from my side. And then practice. I think that's the other thing, practice, because even in the best rehearsed situation in the beginning, things go wrong, you know, and then you must just keep your pose, just don't lose it. That's true, Christer. Sometimes we learn more from mistakes. In actual fact, every time we learn more from mistakes than when things just go smooth. You know, a smooth and calm sea doesn't make a good sailor. It doesn't work that way. So you just got to keep your wits about you and just stay in the game. Oh, and one other thing from my side is, don't look at the thumbs down. Most people who give you a thumbs down are sad people. You know, unless you really made a stuff up, they're just doing it to be silly or funny or, you know, facetious. So don't look at that. I've got one guy, and you can go look through my videos. It takes a day or two, sometimes the same day. There's this one guy that keeps on giving me a thumbs down, and then there's 500 likes and 1 down, and then I know that's that same guy. Sad, man.
Yeah. Strange people, huh?
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I think I know who it is, because he's been on my stream a couple of times, and then he tries to bite me, you know, and I just take it in my stride, you know, and at the end of the day, you know what, you know, he's got the problem, not me. Anyway,
He tries to fight you?
bite. He comes
Oh,
with
bite.
snarky little comments, or he tries to trip me up. You know, he hasn't been here in a couple of months, I must be honest. He just comes and puts the thumbs down. But I mean, there was a time you know, he would sit through the whole stream just to talk crap at the end, or say something stupid to try and provoke me. You know, and I think to myself, you know, you take the time to sit here. You must really be sad, a sad person, because why would you want to sit for an hour or two watching a stream just to bite somebody, you know, here at the end?
Someone you think you don't like.
Yeah, it's sad, man. It's really sad.
Waste your time, waste your life.
Yeah. Oh, Matthew, and another thing, make sure you set your bot, whichever bot you're going to use. I use the Streamlabs one that comes with Streamlab OBS. Just make sure that you block the URLs, because the bloody people keep on pushing the weirdest and craziest URLs onto your stream. It's crazy, man. You know, and it's not nice, some of the stuff that they try and push. So just block it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not careful, they'll put porn or even kiddie porn in some cases on your stream.
Exactly.
Gotta block all URLs.
Yeah. I can give you permission to post a URL if you ask. You see, so I can type in, you know, ! permit and then your username. Then you have 60 seconds to post it. But other than that, no, man, you have to block those things. And the funny thing is, there are bots on YouTube specifically. It takes a few minutes after the video is published. Any of my videos, you guys can't see it, but I can see it. They come with all the porn links afterwards. It's either porn or gambling. Those are the two big things that they push onto your comments. You know, so there you go. Just kill them, mute them, report them. You know, it's crazy. And thank you for all the compliments, Matthew, and I wish you good luck. Cole.
Yes, sir.
I'm just thinking out loud now. Correct me if I'm wrong. You've been the moderator for probably a year and a half on this channel. How many times have you had to actually kick somebody live on air? I don't think it's happened ever. Maybe once. I don't know.
Well, I think you asked me to one time.
Okay. Yeah. I think that was something like that. Yeah. Other than that, we're actually very fortunate. We're very lucky. If I look at some of the other streamers, man, they get harassed.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, the whole reason I even asked that is because, God forbid, if something happened while you were flying, you know, I wanted to be able to handle that, you know, for you.
Yeah.
I'm glad I've never had to really get serious with folks.
Yeah, I just feel bad that you've got this wonderful portfolio and nothing to do with it. Okay, that's not an invitation for the trolls to come now. Okay, please, let's just understand it. But
it's a good problem to have, let me tell you.
Ja, no, please don't use 'n gesegde wat nie pas nie. We'll talk about that offline. Anyway, coming back to you, Matthew, passing a PPL is like any other test. If your medical is good, then it's all about the effort that you put in there. The more effort you put in there, the easier it's going to be. Simple as that. It's not difficult, you know, unless. Mm,
Yeah, CFII here. I fully agree.
yeah. Unless, of course, you do not have the aptitude for it. Carl, I must tell you this story. And I obviously heard it from someone else. So just take it as hearsay as is. Okay. But apparently, there was this gentleman who retired and he had more money than he knew what to do with here in Johannesburg. And
1000 to level off.
it was one of my pilot friends who told me. This guy went for his PPL. Eventually, at 80 hours, he still couldn't land. So his CFI gave up on him. Then he went to the next flying school at a different airport. Same thing, 60 hours, 70 hours later, they gave up on him. And by the third time, and I mean, he keeps on paying. And you can imagine how much money that is. You know, after the third strike, they said to him, please just forget about the dream of flying. It's obviously not for you, you know. And what's happened here? Why are we not descending? Oh, because Nico was asleep. He didn't put it correctly. Sorry, guys. I made a mistake there. So yeah, anyway, to make a long story short, after 3 attempts and all that money the guy spent, you get people like that, you know, they can't land. They don't have a depth perception. They've got whatever problem. You know, if it's not in you, it's not in you. You know, if that's not a talent that God gave you, forget it. But if that's all in place, then, you know, it's exactly what I said. Just it happens. You know, whatever you put in, you'll get out. Have you ever had something like that happen to you in your career, Cole, where somebody just couldn't?
No.
Not.
No, thank God. I've had some people that, you know, they plateau and they have issues and whatnot, but I've always been able to, you know, help them work through it. And I say that not because I'm some extraordinarily gifted, you know, instructor. I'm really friggin' stubborn. So I'm gonna make sure that whatever's going on, you know, I'm gonna help them through it. And I've even had other people, you know, come help me. I'll be like, hey man, I'm having problems with this student here. What do you recommend? And, you know, they'll give me advice or what have you, even as a senior instructor. And sometimes I'll just say, hey, can you ride with my student and tell me what you think? And, you know, it happens.
Well, I'm glad you could sort it out. But yeah, that was a story I've heard.
Yeah, you have to be in the mindset to help the student, right? I mean, it's not about pride. And I'm not saying anything about your story, just in terms of, you know, myself and how I was taught and how I try to teach. You know, it's all about the student and what is their need and how do they, you know, learn, because everyone has their own method for taking on information, right?
Absolutely.
And if you can align with that student, you know, it's going to help them quite a bit.
Yeah.
You know, the first hurdle, you know, like Nico said, is the medical. Make sure you don't have anything screwed up in your you know, physical. It'll keep you from doing what you want to do. Once you've got that, you know, the next hurdle really is the knowledge. And once you have that done, and the knowledge is probably about 20-30%. The other 70% is doing the work, actually going and doing the flying and doing it often enough that you don't lose your muscle memory and how to do things, you know, between lessons, you know, and making sure you have that continuity of experience so that when you come to do your check ride, you can put all that stuff together and then demonstrate it for the pilot examiner. And so he or she will then say, all right, good, you're not all screwed up. Here's your PPL. There you go.
Yeah.
Got a strange one. Call set up. I've asked for pushback. He's lifted me, took the handbrake off, and he's not pushing back.
See if there's a tube strike in London.
Reset him, Uncle John. Go to your tablet and, you know, do what you need to do.
Also have a quick look outside, just make certain the chocks aren't in, Joe.
Yeah, I'll check that, Mac.
Okay.
Ah, nice, Crester. Uncle John, Peter on stream wants to know if you didn't pay the guy good enough. Maybe he's waiting for a tip.
It's a possibility. No, I've tried twice. I've connected him, disconnected him. He's still not pushing me back. He's lifted me, but he hasn't pushed.
Damn.
Looks like a termination of flight.
Uncle John.
What aircraft you flying?
Zibo. He's flying Zibo.
Just
Uncle John.
reverse back out of the gate, man.
I don't feel a bit tired.
Otherwise, you know what? The buildings are not going to kill you. Just start your engines and make a UE through the buildings and go for it.
And you can't do that. It won't release. The brakes, although released, won't. I tried that.
Oh.
It still won't move forward.
Okay, is your advanced tire blow, is that setting on or off? Because it needs to be off.
I'll have a look. Tire blow is off.
Okay, then it's not that. No heck, Uncle John.
And you can't reverse out on your own power?
That doesn't work anymore, I don't think.
Let's have a look at your brake.
Press the B button. See if you can't release it with B.
That's what I was going to get to. Are you not getting any voice saying starting pushback?
I'm getting all the correct speech, but he's just not pushing.
Yeah, Crester, I've never seen that. I've never experienced something like that. It always remembers my settings. Yeah, Uncle John, did you reload the aircraft through the developer menu or not?
Negative.
Okay, and if you do it now, you're gonna have to reset up everything. But that's probably, there's probably something that bombed again.
Well, I did close X-Plane down and reboot.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, on your system with all your big specs, it should work, but you never know.
I'll give it a try.
But the pushback was terminated, Uncle John. Maybe you can try it now.
That's what I'm going to do now. Just
go left hand hard down and taxi out through the building.
Approaching transition.
Even with heavy systems, Nico, you need to reload.
I do it. I mean, with my PC specs and all, I still do it because I fly this thing too much, and especially when we do testing, I mean, it's stupid not to reload it in my case, definitely, because I mean, you need to know that the aircraft is functioning properly.
Yeah, sure.
No, I don't want
But
to.
I've got an i9 10th generation, etc. So
Mm.
that should be heavy enough. But even I need to reload it.
Gotcha, gotcha.
It's a plug-in, eh? It's always
Yeah,
a
yeah,
risk of.
Nico,
exactly.
sorry, John, how are you releasing the brakes?
Well, any way you can, Mac.
Right, just touch your rudder toe brakes.
Transition level.
Bearing in
Now
mind you've
try.
tried all this already.
Peter,
Well,
I told him to do exactly that. Yes, go Mac.
put your brakes on and then use your rudder toe brakes to release it.
Not
Rudder
really.
toe brakes aren't working.
Flaps 1 set.
And you've got yours set into real, haven't you, for your toe brakes?
I did have. I put it back to simple a minute ago.
Oh, sorry. Okay, John, I didn't realise you put it back to simple. Okay, sorry.
Did you download the last update 2 days ago?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I had the same problem with brakes before reloading. After reloading, it was okay. I couldn't take my parking brake off anyway. So it was stuck all the way. Keyboard, the B on the keyboard didn't work. On my joystick it didn't work, etc. And after reload it functioned.
Thousand to level off.
Hardware and software are just crazy things.
1,000 to go.
The reload doesn't work for me. I do it the old way. First the Cessna 172 and then the Zibo. Then it works. When I do the reload, for instance, Linda freezes.
Princess Lisa. Ah, yes, that's awesome. That sounds good. You know what?
I'm so confused.
No, don't worry. No, don't worry. I mean, it just shows you how our systems differ. You know, with all the best intentions in the world, things just sometimes doesn't work.
Flaps 5 set. Flaps 15 set. Localizer capture. Glide slope capture.
I think you're going to have to call maintenance in, John, and change aircraft.
Well, I've just gone through, recycled it, put the engines on running, and it still won't move forward.
Reboot your whole PC, sir. Reboot
Flaps
your whole
30
PC.
set.
Ah, Krister.
Well, I'll start again tomorrow. I've had enough for one day, I think.
Okay, John, did you read the remark of Dimitri?
I don't think he did. Dimitri, what did he say? Make sure your overwing emergency doors
Taxi
in the
lights on.
EFB are closed.
Yeah, checked all those. Well, thanks for the suggestions, gents.
All good, Uncle John. Goodbye,
Approaching
Krister.
1,
Cheerio.
4.
Bye, Krista. See you next time.
It was on the new livery, Nico. I don't know whether that makes any difference.
No, I'm flying the new livery. No issue this side.
I mean, a config file, isn't it?
Yeah.
300.
Should be perfectly fine.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Reverse unlocked. Speed brake up. Auto brake in use.
Timing was good behind the deck.
Yeah. Yes, I don't have anything that measures my landing rate
Yeah.
at this point. I wouldn't know what it was.
Brilliant landing.
Usually I
Nice
look in
one, sir.
ACARS, but it bombed out, so can't tell you. Sorry about that. Ooh, you know where I can see it? I'm lying. In my logbook. That fancy logbook thing I've got. We can check it there. Just remember that one.
How many candle power are you burning there?
I don't know. A gigawatt's worth
Millions, I would imagine.
of the landing procedure.
After landing procedure.
Pity you're not on IVAO, Nico.
Well, by the sound of it, it's in my favor because you would have shot me out of the air, it sounds like.
I'm on the taxiway on Lilongwe now.
Okay.
That's fast, isn't it?
After
Yeah.
landing procedure completed. Flaps up. And set.
Okay, Steel. Thank you. Good morning to you. Right, this next turn off to the right is where we're going. Cool, thank you Peter for stopping by. We'll talk to you soon again. Enjoy your evening. Wow, now in daycare. I remember those days. So I don't know who cried the most, my wife or the kids. That first time. Woo, it's difficult. My wife had great difficulty separating from the babies. I probably am not really straight now, but whatever. Gonna pretend it's okay. Shutdown procedure.
Shutdown procedure.
I beat you, Lynn. I beat you. And in one shot I can get fuel used, I can check everything I need to do. Now I can do a manual pirate. So there we go, ladies and gents. Thank you for watching. It was nice having you here. It was nice to relax a little bit on this Friday afternoon, early evening.
Shutdown procedure completed.
All have a great rest of your day, and tomorrow morning 700 Zulu I'm flying from here down to Victoria Falls. Hope there's water and we can see something. I'll check you then. Bye bye, and thanks for spending time.
Yeah,
Thanks, Nico. See you tomorrow.
Bye bye.